G'day, how are you? Dave Long here, back again from Dave Long Custom Lures in Harvey Bay. I showed the previous video on undercoating this new lure, this flanker, and now I'm going to finish it off and turn it into something like this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that too well. Gee, those hooks are sharp. Yeah, this is my gold shiner pattern. Number 3 actually. I've actually made different ones in the past. Anyway, I think it's the best because it just seems to work. Anyway, we're going to do this and show you how to do it. So we'll get into it. Yeah, what I'm doing first up is I'm going to do the black over the back of it. When I talk about the back of the blank, that's generally this ridge here, and on this particular pattern I've designed, I like to go down onto the shoulders, which is sort of down on the flank a bit. Anyway, let's get into it. Now I just use a 0.5 mil airbrush for this background work, like undercoating and major type of colours that I can just do at a bigger area. And on this one here, that's my other one, that's a 0.02 mil. It does all the detail work. Okay, now that was economical to me because I bought that online. That's a Neo Eco, and I just bought it to try it out, and oh man, it's been really kind to me and actually changed my world with this painting. So we'll use that one for the detail, and this is a Iwata Revolution CR, which is you can get this modified to a 0.35, but this one is a 0.05, which is great for this type of work. Okay, so let's do that. Now, first colour, we've got the undercoat down. I'm going to put a black on this, on the back and the shoulders. Okay, so in these videos that you'll see, I do everything as I'm going to do it. This is real live footage of just how each step is progressed. And what I'm going to do now is with mixing paints, I normally have a little container available, and I'll just take that off it so you can see the colour and so forth. Okay, that might help a bit. Anyway, it's covering up that. So this one I just use for black only because it's a very imposing colour. Dropping everything here. Okay. Now what I do, I shake these bottles up the best I can. There are as I mentioned in the last video, there are shakers you can get, but I just can't justify buying one at the moment. So So this is it. I just use my wrist and hands and build up my arthritis, you know. Right here we go. So we're not going to need a lot of paint. I'll just put in, say, 3 drops. That's it. That's all you need. This is expensive stuff. This is, I get this from a supplier in Adelaide, and it comes from America. It's actually auto paint, which is not cheap, you know, but it does go a long way. Okay, so I've got the black, and I use a reducer, which is, you can see that, 4011 reducer. That is also from Createx. Just about drink this stuff. It actually goes quick. So I've always got stock backed up for myself. Okay, so I mix. Now what I do, I just generally put in 3 to 5 drops. That was about 4, wasn't it? And we'll mix that up with my little mixing stick. And now this actually, what it does, it just makes it more fluid, so it coats better through the airbrush, and also with a 0.05 mil, which is generally pretty big for this stuff. You don't need to thin it out too much. Okay, so we'll give this a go. Right, there we go. Just push that in. Now, my camera skills aren't that good at the moment. I've just started this, so if you can't see me doing this too well, I might just let me know. I've got my email there. Alright, so if you want that, to email me by all means, and let me know of any tips, alright, to get this more coverage for you, or a few ideas. I like ideas. Try and get that in. Now, a bit of a messy plate, but that's how it goes. Rightio, so I'll just cover that before it dries out. Right, I've got the fan going. I normally have a face mask on too, but if I'm talking to you guys, you won't understand a word I'm saying, and you're probably not anyway, but just let me know if you have trouble hearing me. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We'll go on the and do the back. Alright, so it's pretty easy. There we go. You can see the bit of a I'd normally do the eyes too. Okay, so that actually will take an effect when we put the other coat of gold on. Okay, but this is generally just dry and quick. Alright, so what I'll do now, I'll air dry that. These paints generally dry fairly quick anyway, but the air dryer just speeds it up. Okay, I'll just go over the back again, just another coverage. You might be able to see that better. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I'll just let that dry. And I'll clean that out. We got black. Man, it's hard to clean out at any time. Now, what do we need? Just water. I only use the water for in between painting sessions, different colours, and it's just an economical way to go. If I leave the paint in too long though, it tends to glug up. I don't want it gumming up the air gun, so then I might have to revert to reducer or something else, acetone, to clean it out a bit more. Okay. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Another thing to do, cleaning, you can see a bit there, it doesn't matter, but what I do, I just move that on with a cotton bud, like that, and there we go, just blast that out. 0.05 is a pretty extreme sort of gun for this type of stuff, but I've had so much practice with it, it doesn't worry me anymore. Okay, that's that. Now, I'll just wipe that out so I remember. And yeah, it's pretty misty, the old black. Anyway, that's on. Okay, I'll put that up there where it's supposed to be. Now, the next thing is the gold. Now, as I said previously, I use an ink. This is readily available from art stores, but it's not cheap. So I use it liberally. So let's go to my colour. Here we are, I've got a container for colour. There. Alright. I'll shake this up. The lid's on. No. Okay, you're right here. There we go. Now this is, as I said, ink. So you don't need a lot of it. And I can put this basically straight in to the gun. Alright, so straight in. I don't think I'll use that. Thin it down. It's got a little eyedropper. Just try it straight in. That's 4-5 drops. Should be a good start. Like I said, it's not cheap, so anyway, let's do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'll paint the flank, the side of the lure. I'll sneak around to just through a light coat over there, over the eyes and gills. I'll do both sides, and I might even creep down to the bottom, but we're going to put another colour on the bottom, on the stomach or the belly, as they say. And we might even go over gently over the top of the back and the flank. Alright, so here we go. Swinging around. This might need a couple of coats. Okay, I'll just do it. That's it. Nothing too dramatic there. Now I'll just dry that off. My gun, the air gun, which is just a hairdryer. That's all. Okay. So I'll just do another coat, especially on the side. That's it. Oh, that's better. Yeah. So it's sort of turning out to be like a sardine type of colouring and texture, isn't it? That's it. That's all in there. That's good. That's good. Okay, I like that. Okay, we just finished this too. Yeah, okay, we just finished that pan. So we'll just wash that out. Let that dry off a bit. Might be nice. I'll just blast that out. What I'm doing here, I'm just blasting that out either in a bin behind me or just out on the concrete here. It doesn't stain anything. It's so diluted you won't notice it. Okay, so that's pretty good. We're still on that 0.05 mil gun, the Revolution. Oh, what's a Revolution? Well, now, I just want to add too that I'm not promoting any companies. They don't sponsor me, but I do believe in using the best quality gear that I can afford. Okay, that keeps my costs down for lures that I might sell or making them for myself. Okay, and that's one of the biggest objectives that I've been trying to achieve. Okay, is cost. Okay, so let's do the next colour. Now to do this, I generally just tip it up. I'll take this off here, and now I can see the white belly, so we're going to colour that with the orange. And I'm using a pearl. That's not real tight. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. Now, I'm using this one. It's a Wicked, which is made by Createx. But if you can get your hands on it, it's a great colour. It's a good colour for lure. It's a pearl orange, 0306. Okay, so give it a backyard shake. That's it. Got a bit of a cough at the moment. Alright, that's not too bad. Now I'm going to get my colour container for this. We need to dilute this. So I'll just put that there. So you can see that. There we are. You can see the white. We're going to colour that orange belly. Alright, so three is enough. 3 drops. Again, we use the reducer. And 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use 3. And we're going to mix that up. That's it. Generally, with the pearls and metallics paints, you really got to mix them and dilute them because they are fairly thick and they do clog up your guns and your brushes. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to use the same gun. Alright, just tip that into the pot. That's about it. That's all we need. Okay, here we go. We're going to give it a hit. Alright, that's enough. We'll just dry that off because you'll find, see how it's getting a little bit thin in places? And we'll go over it again. There we go, and let's give it another hit. This is not an unusual practice, it's just the nature of the paint. Finish that, I think we have actually. There we go. Okay, so that's come up pretty good, you know, it's got that black back with the gold flanks and now an orange body. You can see how that black eye has been covered up now by gold, and now we've got to just change that around so I can touch it up with a few little personal touches. Okay, now as you can see on this other lure I've got hanging up here that I showed you before, there we go. It's got a black dot on the back of it. This is a personal thing. You can either have a black dot at the front, up just behind the gill, or you could have it back here. You could have it anywhere you like. It's just called a kill spot, and I don't know, I think it's over the generations it's been used as a marker for the fish to target, but I don't know. Anyway, I put it on just in case it works, okay? But anyway, we'll do that, and I might even put on some fins there, I don't know yet. Those fins are fairly small. I might. We'll see. Okay. Oh, those hooks are sharp. Okay, so we're going to do, now this is where I use a different gun. Okay, I'll just wash this one out first of the orange we used. That's it. That's coming up all right. There's another reason why I use that black on the eyes too, is when you put the eyes in on it, it stands to define it more and to bring out a bit more realism. Okay, so again, you know, it's matching the hatch concepts that I'm sort of trying to impregnate in the lures that I make. Okay. Alright, so we'll take that one off. There might be a bit of noise here. I haven't got disconnects as such. That's it. was pretty painless. I must get some disconnects, just being lazy. Okay, so now I've got to mix some paint. Let's change this. I'll just take this orange here. Oh, thank you, that's. Paint really dries quick in this climate. It's fairly humid at the moment. We're looking at end of February, and it's hot too. Okay, so we'll go to the black. I generally always do this in black. Okay, then we're going to use the same black. Where are we? That's detail black, 0051 by Wicked. Okay, can you see that there? That's it. Shake it up a little bit. And 1, 2, 3 drops. So you don't use a lot of paint. We'll reduce that a lot because we're going to use that in a 0.02 Neo Eco. I just cleaned that Neo Eco out, so I'm just hoping it will be okay. I'll give that a mix. Like that. There we go. And just pop some of that in. I don't put the whole lot in. It might need a bit of backup later on. Anyway, I'll just put the lid on that one. Keep it moist. Okay, now let's try this out. It's a bit heavy. That is a bit heavy. That's no good. I don't want it running too thick, even if I have to mix some more black in a minute. Yeah, I'll have to mix some more, unfortunately. What's going on here? Whoa. Okay. That is thick. big. Okay, it's not too bad. That'll do for the time being. Now I'm getting a little. I have a stencil here somewhere. Find it. I don't always buy stencils. I make my own stencils sometimes. Just got to find this one. There it is. Now it's only a little bait, so this is these are stencils that I get from Whitmore Farm. And they're pretty good value actually. They give you gill lines and they give you different patterns all in one. So this one's a bubble effect, but this one here got fins on it too, if you can see that. So it's not a bad value for money. Okay, so now we'll just see if we can, I might make that a bit smaller. That's it there, isn't it? It's like a small one of those, but anyway, we'll try that. And what you do, you go on the outer edge. Like that, see? So there we go. Well, that's a fin. I'll do that the other side. You don't have to do fins. Fins are just a personal thing, you know, but it does sometimes make it more realistic. We've got another one here. Just do that. Hold it steady. There we go. That gives a little bit more realism. Now we're going to do those dots, of course. Here's my dots. Okay, so I've lined up. I got this years ago. It's there's various minnow patterns on it, but I use them here and there and different things. But I've got these different types of dots here. They're oblong. They're not round, they're oblong. And I think that's the word for it. And I've just got to pick the right size for it. I think that one might be all right. That one there. And I'll just find the best spot for it. I usually do the black on this particular lure. There we go. I'll just turn it around like that, and do this one. Generally in the same place, if you can. touch up the eyes. Get a bit more black. That's it. And that's all done. So put that there. Like that. That's pretty good. I'll just wash this out. Yeah, so now it's coming into some sort of similar pattern to what I showed you before. I'm going to do a little bit more touch up to it, especially on the fin. As you can see, as you can see, I've got a red marking just before the fin on the other lure. Don't know if you noticed that, but anyway, that's it there. Little red mark, and it's on both sides. That I like to put in front of the fin. I think it gives a bit more aggressive colour to the bait, so the fish can hit it. Anyway. We'll do that. Just clean this up without making a mess. Black is the hardest colour to sort out. Okay. Now, how I do this is I'll pick out the red. Which one? Wicked red. So it's just a wicked red. Nothing special. And I've got a little paint brush that I use for this. A little detailed paint brush. There. This one I don't even tip it out, I just use the lid. So anyway, yeah. That's not too bad. Anyway, so we'll do that little front part. Just like that. Just touch it on. Don't have to do this. One of my things, I like to put a bit of detail on it. There. That's how easy that is. Put that back. There. And just clean. Nope, that's not on properly. That's how things get spilt. Rightio. Let's have a look at this so far. It's practically done now, except for the eyes. So I'm going to put the eyes on, and then we'll just finish it up, and I'll come back at another time and we'll put the epoxy top coats on, and that really enhances the boat. It makes it look realistic and shiny and wet, you know, and strong. I normally put 2 coats on. They take 24 hours to dry, each coat, and once that's done they look Mickey Mouse. They'll come up like this one here. So whoop, there we go. They'll come up like this, nice and glossy and shiny and tough. You know, it can resist a lot of teeth marks and so forth. Makes it a tougher bait for you to use out in the real world. Okay, so anyway, let's have a look at that. We'll put the eyes on. Now I've got a selection of eyes here. Let's see what I've got. Eyes. Now it takes an oblong type of eye, and we have one specially made for that in a red. What I've allotted for my design on this lure is a red eye or a gold eye. Okay, so I've got red eyes here, and they're like there they are, see? Those. Just put that there. I've got a bit of this. Right, now, what I do here, I don't know if you could see this, alright? Now I've got the painted eye, and these eyes have got a sticky back, but I never just stick them on just using that sticky stuff on the back of it. I always glue them on with a super glue. Okay, so there's a reason for this, is that when I put the epoxy on, it won't move the eye when I brush it on. Okay, so there's a reason for doing that, and it keeps the eye in place, and that way it doesn't end up down the body of the lure when it's drying. Okay, so I'll get a knife somewhere. That'll do. Okay. Fiddly little things. I'll just put a dab in. You don't need a lot. There, that's all. That's probably too much. And let's put this one in. There, like that. There it goes. There we go. There's that. That looks alright, doesn't it? Okay, come over. Alright, do this one. Put it in place. There, that's the eyes. Okay. There we go. I'll just take that off there. And we'll get this bib protection tape off. really rough, this one. Like that. That. And there it is. So far, without the epoxy top coat, that's it there. So it's come out pretty good. Just grab it underneath there, without touching the paint. There, how's that? So anyway, I'll put some coats on that. And that's going to be a great bait. I do sign them, and I'll put a little initials or lettering down there to describe the action of the actual lure. So if anyone picks it up, buys it, or uses it, they know that. If those initials say F for floating or SU for suspending, then they know the action of that lure. All right. And so far that's been really good. That's come up really well. These lures are great. They'll be great off the jetties up here. And also the flathead love them on flats, and mud flats, sand flats, yabby banks, that type of stuff. I've tried them down there at a place called Walleye, which is in northern New South Wales, and I've tried them up here. I've had an actual barra chasing these things. Visual, it was very exciting, and it's a great little lure. Anyway, these are called flankers, and I'll just finish this off, and we'll get back to you and show you what it looked like. Okay, thanks.